Hi guys, I'm here today with a page in my coffee traveler's notebook and I'm using some of the new coffee range from Echo Park. Now if you stick around till the end of the video, I've got a little giveaway for you, but for now let's just get on with the page. So the first thing I did before was create this insert for my pocket page of the pocket page notebook using the stencil and some copper paint. I'll show you how I did that. I had gone to use some modeling paste or something like that, and I honestly can't find it. I don't know where I've put it. I must have tidied it and put it somewhere safe. Either that or it ran out and I can't remember. So instead I just grabbed some copper paint and it seemed to work well. It doesn't have like a super heap of texture, but it's enough that you can see it. So you can see I've just got some scrap paper underneath and I just squeezed out a little bit from the tube, and I'm just using I don't even know what this thing's called, a little scraper thing, palette knife, to scrape that on, and I'm doing it at a little bit of an angle. You'll see that when I peel this off, so it's not straight across. I mean, this is only a 6x6 stencil, so it was never going to cover the whole page, so I sort of had to come up with a way to be able to use it twice, and I didn't really want to let the paint dry on the top and then try and line it all up and do it again on the bottom. So I decided to do two little angled pieces. The one at the top is quite small and the one down the bottom I'm doing a little bit more, but you'll see once I actually start the page I end up flipping that round the other way anyway. So I'm just scraping it off. Now I will say the paint dried super quickly on the stencil. Like I only peeled this off and I quickly show you on camera, and then I went and washed it off almost straight away and the paint had dried on the stencil. So you'll see that, but I don't think it will affect the stencil in any way. That's my piece and I love it. I just dried it a little bit with a hairdryer just to dry it off a bit quicker, but obviously I wasn't going to film all of that for you. I love the look of it, and it's not like super coffee beany, but it does have that kind of connotation, I guess. So you can see here I have switched that and put it upside down, so the larger bit of stenciling is at the top, and then I'm just sticking my photo down on top of that, and I'm adding one of the stickers from the 12x12 sticker sheet I had there. It's always coffee time, it sure is. This time I decided to date stamp it. I don't often do that, you'll see that. I mean, I'm always date stamping Project Life, but can probably count on one hand the amount of times that I've date stamped a traveler's notebook page. But in this coffee notebook I'm hoping to try a few different cafes around the place, so I decided to make a note of the date that I actually did it. Now I've gone through the 6x6 pad, and as you can see I've picked out this sort of ginghamy pattern because I thought it went really nicely with the copper. Now it's not at all metallic, it is just kind of a warm, reddy, orangey colour, but it looks really nice with that copper paint, so I've just trimmed that out. I will say that 6x6 pad is not glued particularly well. You basically have to rip the paper out of it, which was a little bit disappointing. It doesn't have any tear strips or anything at the top, so it doesn't make too big of a difference, but it's still a little bit harder than I would have preferred. I've trimmed the paper down so it's the same width as the actual traveler's notebook page, and then I've just marked it with my nail top and bottom and torn it so that it's on roughly the same angle as the stenciling was, and then I'm just going to glue that down top and bottom, and I like the continuation that it gives of that sort of torn effect through the middle. So even though there's two different patterns there, it just looks like a big strip's been ripped out of the middle there. Now I want to put a title on the left hand side, and I wish I had the 12x12 of that paper because those little 6x6 ones are just a little bit too small, and I wondered about the sticker, but even that feels a little bit too small to me, so instead I'm going to use one of the sayings that was on that little 6x6 paper, but I'm just going to do it in alphas. So I want to add black alphas because there's that little black sticker on the right, and I'm not going to have enough black stickers from these Simple Story stickers. They weren't black, I made them black, and I'm going to show you how I did that because there were a couple of colours in there that I didn't love, didn't think I would use. So all I do is put a bit of scratch paper underneath them and then just smush an ink pad down on top. So this is just my Memento Tuxedo black ink. I've done the same thing before with StazOn. I think really just any dye ink would work well. I mean, you could use a pigment ink, but I'm too impatient to wait for that. So these Simple Story stickers are a nice matte paper, so the dye ink dries really quickly. I did just help that along a little bit with my hairdryer so that I could carry on filming this. But now I've got 2 sheets of black alpha stickers, so I will be able to write in my title. Now I've just used that this piece of scrap paper up there so I could try and line my title up with the top of my photo. And I don't do particularly well at spreading out my title, I guess. I don't know, I should have planned it a little bit better, and these stickers kind of stick down pretty well straight away, so I didn't really want to lift them all up again. My title is I like big cups and I cannot lie, and you'll see I end up having to squeeze the last line on there, but it does all fit eventually. And even though you can kind of see it on the left there, the 2 sticker sheets, you can kind of see the colour that was underneath it. You'll see once you pull the stickers off the sheet and put them onto your page, you can't tell at all which ones were what colour before they were black. So here you go, here's where I'm thinking, oh, am I going to squeeze this all on? I've got one more word. I didn't want to have it on the bottom. As a designer, that's sort of the last thing I wanted, to have a widow word down the bottom, so I'm kind of squeezing it on. I didn't have any more eyes, so I've just trimmed down another letter, and I fill in the little space. There's this sort of odd space underneath, but I decided that was probably not a bad place to put a tiny bit of journaling, not a lot, but just a tiny bit, and call the page done. And now for a fun little giveaway. Michelle from the Stamp Spot and I want to kick off your silly season with a little giveaway from us. So leave a comment down below letting me know your favorite silly season tradition, and next Friday I will pick a winner and you will be able to choose a 4x6 pocket page notebook cover from the Stamp Spot of your choice. So you can head over to Michelle's website, I will leave the link down below, and pick out one of your favorites. This is mine, this is my favorite. I've added a little charm and it has my very first 4x6 pocket page notebook in there, and I'm thinking I might even squeeze my 31 minutes for 31 days pocket page notebook in there as well. But I will leave all the details for the giveaway down below, but don't forget to leave a comment and you will go in the draw to win one of these covers. Thanks for watching, guys. I knew I couldn't resist this coffee line and I really love it. Love how this page turned out. Love using a little bit of mixed media for a change. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to enter the competition down below. If you want to keep watching, there's a couple more videos on screen. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Bye!